Hello, everybody. This is Hiro, and welcome to another episode of my playthrough of Virtue's Last Reward. Guys, I am distraught. I am distraught and very anxious, and I am filled with this sense of dread of what's to come because we're slowly getting the answers to all the questions that have been plaguing us since the beginning. And there are still many more where I want to keep like a positive attitude, but I don't know if we are going to like what we are probably going to learn. Last episode, we talked to Kane Kurashiki. Well, it was actually like a rather one sided affair. She just appeared as a hologram and talked to us, explaining some things about the reason we're here is to transmit some knowledge to the past. Specifically, Sigma and Phi have been put on duty. We don't even know what that duty entails. We don't even know what it is that we're doing. I do have my sneaking suspicions, but there are still so many questions that we don't know. Like, for example, how does, because like free the soul and the myrmidons and all that stuff. Now we know clearly Dio is affiliated with them and so on and so forth, but why are they trying to stop this in particular? And are they going to come into play at some point? Because so far they've just been like a presence in the background. We also still don't know anything about Zero, other than the fact that I think I remember seeing him in Kay's backstory. He was Kay's father, seems to me. But with the fact that Kay and Sigma have the same face, it just worries me a lot because am I also Zero's son? Am I also like um but I don't know because Sigma remembers like having a life, like a normal life. But then he has like these mechanical arms, he has like these ABT arms and stuff. And it's just incredibly confusing to me at the moment. It's just I guess I just want to keep going and see what the game has in store for us because believe me, the answers are going to come whether I like them or not. So, yeah, let's just jump right into it without further ado. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. That's right, we have the Axelavir vials on us right now. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6. I gave Luna the Axelavir that I found in the queue room. She quickly prepared it and... Awesome. Injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine. Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Yeah, we would have gotten it regardless, like just by virtue of going into that room. But yeah, it's nice that they are like acknowledging the contributions. Temioji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corners of his eyes as he turned away from us. Okay. So what now? We have a vote to like decide. Oh, Dio is unconscious. You know what? That's the reason why the AV game hasn't started yet, I bet. Suddenly I remember, Dio, where had he gone? It didn't take me long to find him. Oh, yeah, there you go. Chain him to the sink. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs.
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters.
That's right, we did play them. We did play with them back on our very first escape room.
Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off.
And I didn't comment on the handcuffs before because I assumed that's also where they had come from.
Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Phi to see that she was doing the same thing. All right. After that, we headed back to the Floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Fi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Temioji decided to remain in the infirmary, just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default, which left me, Fi, and Temioji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round.
Okay.
You probably don't trust me right now.
Well, not necessarily. What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Fi.
Oh?
Why?
You already have 9 BP.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to choose Betray now, you see?
Hey, you're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there.
Yeah. We need just to farm some BP now and all of us can get out. But once again, we are in the same predicament as before, right? Some people want to get out faster than others.
We just have to play the AB game 3 more times.
3 whole more times. Luna, I'm so sorry. That's not happening with these people around. I mean, no shade at all.
Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Okay, I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah, I trust you. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
At the very least, just the fact that Dio is not participating in this vote, and also the fact that...
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Sorry, lady. Also the fact that to their view, there shouldn't be... no, I was gonna say there shouldn't be many things that currently worry them about, like, their immediate safety. That's possibly a lie. Like, you don't know what everybody is going through and thinking about, so yeah.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
I think we're gonna get some surprise betrays this round. Because, like, it's not gonna be that easy.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh, well, we could vote earlier.
Yeah.
But then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Right.
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Alright. Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when...
Hold on.
What?
I just remembered something.
What?
The AB room on the left. In one of the
Yeah.
other histories, she...
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, let's address this. You're right. Akane's body was in there. What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
Uh-huh. And that begs the question, how did Dio get into this game? Like, whose bracelet is he taking right now? But how? When did history change? As a result of something that we did in the future, perhaps?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box.
Uh-huh.
Is it alive or is it dead?
And she would not be unfamiliar with something like this happening to her, would she?
Sigma, Phi, you will decide its fate.
Still doesn't explain Dio's bracelet, though, but, I mean, we'll see. The Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet. The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
Okay. What? No, that's impossible. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AV room and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either.
Uh-huh.
In other words, we haven't actually observed her.
She did say that we should find
The
her.
hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? That we have to jump back? To be continued? What? A new destination has been added to the flowchart? What are you talking about? Sure. Let's go. Let's check it out. What the? This is before the flowchart even begins. What the hell am I looking at right now? Look at this. Oh God. Okay. So we go here. AB room passed. Yeah, I wish to jump. What is happening? Ah. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I? It's not even connected to the rest of the flowchart though, but this seems like the moment we wake up. Looks like an elevator, but...
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
Okay. Who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? Memory. Nope, it's here. It's coming back to me. Just give me a moment. I remember. You're Fi. This is crazy. She grinned. When is
Check
this?
your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room? Can we, like, get out of here, like, lightning fast and, like, save Akane that way?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
Yeah. How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
Yeah. 2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Awesome. I mean, yeah, we can work with this. Wait a minute. If you're right.
Yeah, Akane might still be alive.
Yeah, so let's get out of
We
here.
got back before Dio killed her. I think.
Then
Right. We're here for one reason.
to stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here fast.
Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
All right. Oh, this is great. This is great story gameplay integration. We're doing the same escape room again, but this time around we can go fast because we know the answers. We don't need to look there. This is our past, remember? That means we're just repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? The password for the safe should be the same one we got earlier. Oh, we can go just straight to the safe. Never mind. Yeah, that just just skipping the rest of the escape room. Never mind. Exactly. Now hurry up and open it. Very well. Don't know if I remember, but you need to remember the password for the safe. We figured it out last time. It will never change. Going back to the past or changing timelines won't alter it. Okay, so we have this. I don't think we're getting more secret files out of this, so let's just go straight to this one. Moon, star, sun. Cool. There, it's It's open. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. It's not a cracker. Cracker? Ah, damn, I meant key. How the hell? Just shut up and do it. Alright, okay. I am going off the assumption that there are no more secrets here, so we can just go ahead. Alright, let's just put this kid in here. For God's sake, just do it already. No need to yell. Alright. Good. Looks like that worked. Ready, Fi? What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8, 1. Done. Sigma, it's no time for jokes. Hey, you pushed the button. Bite me. You were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Yeah. Always speed running this shit. Fi and I climbed up through the hatch and out onto the top of the AV room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Oh! Akane! Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit! There was no time to yell to her. Right, she's gonna let it happen, so it doesn't matter. I scrambled down from the top of the AV room. Fi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Fi, what the hell are you doing? Get down here and... Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air, and fucking drop-kicked Dio. But just curb stomped him to death. Well, not to death, but just like, yeah. What the...
He's fine. Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
That's great. Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
Well, yeah. I heard footsteps come to stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came.
Hi, girl. How are you doing?
I've been waiting for you.
So you have.
You're here to hear the rest, right?
Yeah. Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes.
Mhm.
Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
Okay. That... What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio?
I mean, I kind of assumed that she would. Like, this is all part of the plan, right? And again, Akane knows everything. She knows
Are
everything.
you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
That's right. Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was gonna stab you, why were you gonna let him do it?
Because I had to.
Yeah. You... What?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I?
Yeah.
The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least.
Yeah.
In order for that to happen, some death was necessary.
Some sacrifice is always necessary, right?
When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, That in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens.
Okay.
It's a little like a slingshot.
Yeah.
You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot.
Makes sense.
Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from a slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one.
And that's what allows us to, like, manipulate time, huh?
From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like.
Makes sense.
Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Yeah. We need to address this as well. Whoa. What?
We're infected with Radical 6?
That would be the thing that slows down our brain before we can pick up the speed again?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Yeah, she did.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected.
But what's the deal with the symptoms, though? I mean, all of us did die in Clover Ending from Radical 6, so I guess the illness just develops different in each of us?
Well, apart from Luna, of course.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality.
And that's where the morphogenetic fields come into play.
That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay, there are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Fi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact.
Yes.
Right? But why did you need us to do that? That's the question, isn't it? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died. So has Fi. So have you. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You are all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
No. I'm figuring out right now. You're telling me.
What? Just when is eventually.
In a future not very far from now.
Are we jumping again? When am I getting my answers? Bullshit. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Okay. Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What? Why?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Yes.
Lagomorph.
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph.
Okay.
Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Oh. I mean, well, yeah, that would explain it then.
Compliance.
There we go.
Now, everything is in place.
Okay, so does this mean that in the routes where Akane is alive, I mean, that she hasn't been observed to be dead, Dio is just confused as hell as to how, he was about to kill the old woman, then he doesn't know what knocked him out, and then the next thing he knows is he wakes up with a bracelet on his hand and he's like, okay, let's just roll with this. Oh man.
I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Yeah.
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember.
Yeah.
Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
Yeah.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again?
Well, yeah, that's how it has to happen.
Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
Yeah, it starts like it stops like making any sense the more you think about it.
You are exactly correct.
It's like a bootstrap paradox, like in the first game, right?
Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. It was a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
Okay, have we just had this on our person the whole time and we just didn't notice or know? What does it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
Oh, that's the key for the gravestone. Let's go to the garden.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was.
Yeah, there we go.
What I am, you will be.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
Okay. What?
Go. Return to the future. You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait, I still... To be continued. Once again, a new destination has been added to the flowchart. Where are we jumping this time? Oh, brother. Oops. Let's just go back. Aha. So we're picking up... Oh, no, this is not connected. This is like something else. What the fuck? How long is this gonna go on for? Yeah.
Oh, looks like you're awake.
Yeah. What happened? Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
Did we pass out?
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but...
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
Uh-huh.
So we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Okay.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
I looked over at Fi and met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Oh, yeah. You got him pretty good, huh? Yeah,
Yeah, I remember all right.
that was a good one.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
A park!
What am I? Chopped liver?
Back
Alice!
among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yep, that's always a good sign.
Thanks. Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
No problem, all in the day's work. Although, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit action. Sigma, maybe later, okay?
Really grabbing at straws here, aren't you?
Hey, I wasn't talking to Quark. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Oh, whatever. Forget about that. Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about?
Do we already have 9BP?
Look at your bracelet.
Oh. Good. Awesome. It says 10. I have 10 BP.
I've got 15 BP? That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
Yeah. So we've been out for a while, and the others have been playing the game over and over again, I guess? But how?
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours.
Yep, that would do it.
We've played the AB game 3 times.
Just as Luna said, and it all went smoothly? Okay. Well, I'm impressed. 3 times?
Yes. Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose Ally.
This is the best timeline. I mean, well, there's still some things that we gotta do, but, Yep.
And now all of us have enough to leave.
That's awesome. I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all our BP past 9? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm wondering. Where was this energy at the beginning of the game? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another. Okay, well, that's bullshit. Because even when we didn't find her dead in the first place, people were still betraying each other in round 1 of the AB game. Like, don't think I don't remember that game. Or could the bombs have had something to do with it? We'd all joined forces against Dio, and Fi and I had been able to disarm all of them. All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond. See, this is more reasonable to me, like as an explanation. This is bullshit. Which I had to admit would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced us all to work together against him. This must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you death was unavoidable? Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's go! Let's open the door and get out of here!
Wait. What about him? I guess we carry him. We're not just gonna leave him here, right? After some discussions, we decided to leave Dio behind. Never mind. Bye, Dio. Well, that's a bit harsh, but okay. Alice was the only holdout. She'd complained about wanting to take him back by her superiors, but after I mentioned they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and deal with Dio then, she reluctantly complied.
All right, let's get going.
Okay. That still seems like a little bit iffy to me because again, everything that we know about this is probably like there's probably no such thing as the SOIS left if the humanity has collapsed, right? Everybody ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yes, just get on with it.
Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grabbed the lever and pulled it down. Cool. What about the key though? Uh-oh. Guys, I forgot to do something in the garden. Well, it's probably too late for that now, huh?
The number 9 door has been opened.
Shit.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
I mean, it's good that the door is open and we can escape, but the key? All right, everybody, let's move. I didn't need to tell them twice. The room inside was clearly a loading elevator. It looked sort of like a large plate on top of a huge pedestal. We ran to the center of the plate and turned around. The number 9 door stood wide open.
2, 1, 0. The number 9 door is closing.
Well, there it goes. Bye, deal. See you later? Sometime? I don't know.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
So what happens now? We put on the suits, we go outside, and then what? Is that just gonna be the end of the game? No, there are still like so many things that we don't know. Highly doubt the game is just not gonna explain them, like...
Looks like we did it.
Yes, we should keep moving.
Beyond the door was a wide hallway that ended in a very solid wall. To the left, we found a very familiar-looking door. We pushed it open and went in. All right, everybody, suit up. The pressure exchange chamber.
You know what this place is?
Yeah, sort of. This whole facility is pressurized, apparently. I think the idea is to keep the air outside and consequently the virus from getting inside. That means that if we want to go out, we have to decompress so we match the outside air pressure. This room here is where you prepare for going to the actual pressure exchange room. You see all those suits along the wall? I figure we need to put those on and head to the decompression room downstairs.
Whoa! Hold on a minute!
Yeah?
You're saying the air outside is full of that horrible virus?
Well, yeah, supposedly. That's what it seems like. Of course, according to Akane, we were all already infected with Radical 6, so the whole room seemed a little pointless.
Why? How did all this happen?
Did they...
No, that's not possible.
Uh-huh.
We've come this far. We can't turn back now.
Alice and Clover should know about this. I mean,
Let's go outside.
if they were trying to stop like the spread of the virus in the first place before they got kidnapped,
There's no way to know what's really going on until we do.
it's gonna be bad, right?
All right.
No one else objected. We all donned the protective suits and headed downstairs to the decompression room. As soon as we were all inside, the process began. Through my helmet, I could hear the soft hiss of air being sucked out of the room. We stood there for several minutes waiting for the process to finish. At last it did, and we heard the room begin to open. Beyond it was another decompression chamber. We repeated the process 2 more times before we reached the final door and opened it. Here we are. The dead, bleak landscape wasn't a surprise for me. I'd seen it before in another timeline. The others hadn't, however, and although I couldn't see their faces through the visors of their helmets, I heard more than a few gasps over the radio. For a few long moments, we just stood there, astonished.
Where the hell are we?
It's me!
The desert, I guess?
I guess.
I figured that out. I mean, which one?
I don't know. This is also making me worried.
I don't know, but I think I know what day it is. Look at the moon. It's red, right?
Uh-huh.
That means today's the total lunar eclipse.
So?
Remember the astronomy magazine in the lounge? Well, the next eclipse like this was gonna be on December 31st, 2028.
Well, yeah, that's accurate, but we don't know that's the date today.
So,
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Are you suggesting we were sleeping for a week after we were abducted?
No, Alice, it's been longer than that.
I think so.
Wherever we were must have been far away from any city. The air was clearer than I'd ever seen it. And the stars. The sky was so full of them. More stars than I'd ever seen in my life. I could even spot the hazy arm of the Milky Way. But the most striking feature was the moon. It was blood red and massive. Much bigger, in fact, than I remember it being. Then as I watched, a black spot began to move across its surface. It was hard to see details, but it looked circular. The spot continued to move across the moon, heading for the right edge. What's that? Oh my god! Hold on. It just clicked. That's not the moon, is it? That's probably Mars. And we're probably like in one of Mars's moons. Is that it? Uh-oh. Maybe? I don't know. I might be jumping the gun.
The moon. Well, the moon's shadow, actually.
The moon's shadow. I frowned. That didn't make any sense.
Zero told me to stay quiet.
Yeah.
I think he was worried I'd spill the beans on his operation. He said if I didn't toe the line, he wouldn't just kill me. He'd kill Quark, too.
Oh boy.
And I agreed, like an idiot, and brought Quark with me.
Oh, Temioji.
Just so I could see her.
Oh.
Such an idiot. So, that being the case, might as well start with this.
Yeah, it's about time you did.
I meant what I said before. That up there is the moon's shadow.
Uh-huh, but not the moon you're thinking about, right? What the hell are you saying?
Think about it. If that's the moon's shadow, then what's it falling on?
I mean, a planet.
That's Earth?
That's Earth? Wait, so are we on the moon? Like, not Mars or anything, like, is this the moon? Is that Earth?
Yeah. It's not the red moon you get from a lunar eclipse.
Uh-oh.
And again, this isn't a lunar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse. Anybody in the black spot down there is looking up at the moon, covering the sun.
That's bad. What? No way. If that's the Earth, then where the hell are we? In the moon. Like, not one of Mars's moons. Like the Earth moon. And that's the Earth. That's fucked up. What?
The moon, of course. This is the lunar surface.
Oh, man.
We were just inside a moon base. No way. No, you've got to be lying.
I did say we might be in space, but I didn't know how that could be possible because, sure enough, I was led to believe that was the moon. It's not.
How do you expect us to believe that? This can't be the moon.
I mean, it makes sense. I did say these look a lot like spacesuits, and we had to go through the whole decompression process.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Besides, if this was the moon, how do you explain the gravity?
Good
The
question.
moon only has 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. So what's this?
Artificial gravity somehow? It is true that we were on the surface and like, you know, Fi and Dio were like chasing each other and like trying to kill each other, and they didn't notice like anything wrong with their movements. She picked up a
See?
rock and dropped it.
That looked perfectly normal.
Yes, it looked that way.
What do you mean it looked that way? Luna?
You were right about the gravity in a way. I was one of the people who knew this wasn't Earth.
Right.
Well, I suppose I'm not people, if we're being honest, but
Yeah.
Excuse me? What?
please just listen.
Yeah, that explanation maybe can wait for later, but
Alice, you were infected with Radical 6.
well, yeah, but shouldn't she have been cured? Is that why we don't perceive the gravity is different?
Then we gave you the Accelavir, which cured you. The Radical 6 isn't completely gone, though. Some of its symptoms stick around for a while.
Okay.
What symptoms?
Well, Radical 6 can slow down your brain's processing speed by the root of 1/6.
Uh-huh, and that's exactly like the gravity difference in the moon, like
It
1/6.
can take a while for your brain to get back up to speed.
Oh no.
Every one of us has been infected. In other words, all of our brains have been processing information at a much lower speed. If you evaluated the root of 1/6, you'll get a number close to 0.408.
Yeah.
That means our brains are running at something slightly less than half speed. As you said before, the moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth's. The time that it takes for an object to fall is inversely proportional to the square root of the gravitational acceleration.
Yeah.
Since the gravity is lower
I
on
guess.
the moon, that means the time increases. I guess that's a little technical.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example.
In layman's terms, it's, you know, our current brain processing speed is what's affecting our perception.
Say you drop an apple from a height of 4.9 meters. It will take approximately 1 second to hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
On the moon, however, that time would be 1 second times root 6, which would be approximately 2.45 seconds.
Yeah, but Radical 6 is making up for the difference in your perception.
I used 4.9 meters because it matches up with the acceleration of gravity nicely, but it could be anything. The gravity constant is, well, a constant. You could drop something from 10 centimeters or 10 meters and it would be the same.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So now we've established that on the moon, things fall root 6 times slower than they do on Earth. That being the case, what would happen if someone's brain slowed down by root 1/6?
Your perception is
To
normal.
them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second. 4.9 seconds would feel like 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not hypothetical. That's what's been happening to every one of us. Wait, you're saying that's the reason we didn't notice the weaker gravity? Are you sure you didn't notice anything? Think back. Huh?
Didn't we? I mean, there was that timeline where Sigma like suddenly started perceiving Phi as like speaking like very fast, but then he was all right. I still don't know what's up with that.
You and Sigma and Phi said something about it in the lounge. About how you felt weird.
Yeah, we did.
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Oh. It seemed insane, but what Luna said made sense. In fact, it explained Phi's apparently superhuman strength quite well. Oh, yeah, and her ability to like jump, like jump up very high. Wait. Oh. Uh-huh.
That can't possibly be Earth out there.
Hold on, but how does the phi thing work? Like, does she just know that she can just I'm struggling a little bit to know how phi can do that, but the rest of us can't? Question mark. I mean, could we just like take a huge leap if we knew that we wanted or that we could? Huh. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that worries me. What the fuck? That
Look at it. I've seen photos of Earth, and it's blue and green and beautiful.
yeah.
That thing is just red.
Yeah, about that.
Before we get into that, I should probably tell you something.
It's been like 50 years, right?
This isn't New Year's Eve in 2028.
Uh-huh.
Today is January 27th.
In 29? Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. 30?
Nope.
Still no.
Then just what year is this?
It's 74. 2074.
Yep. No. That's insane. That would mean we were abducted more than 45 years ago.
I don't blame you if you don't believe me, but it's the truth.
It makes sense, right? We've been saying it ever since we found like that diary with the stuff out of Radical 6 and the cure. The hints have been all over the place. I mean, still crazy. And it's what Temioji was talking about when he said the truth is something that would like uproot everything that you believe in and like all your hopes for the future and stuff.
How can you be sure?
Because everyone and everything that you knew is just gone.
It's not that hard. Quark and I left Earth on January 23rd, 2074.
Yeah, I mean, of course there are still like people around, but it's a very shitty situation down there.
Solar eclipses are easy to predict. We've known that there'd be one on the 27th for a long time. That's just science. Nobody can change that.
But why is the Earth red?
That's a long story. About 45 years ago, on April 13th, 2029, there were 18 annihilation reactors operating in various parts of the world.
Okay.
On the 13th, all 18 of them went up. All at the same time.
Okay. Wait. Was it Clover who said something about the annihilation reactors? Yeah. They went up? Like they just
The
exploded?
explosion was about 180,000 times as powerful as the atom bomb they dropped on Hiroshima.
Oh yeah, so... what? Why?
I suppose it started a few months before that. The government had a test site for a future Mars mission out in the middle of Nevada.
And this is where the Radical 6 thing started, according to the
On
recording?
December 31st, 2028, there was an accident. Well, accident doesn't quite convey the right sense of the thing.
Okay.
The point is, Radical 6 claimed its first victims there, then escaped.
Okay, how?
Didn't take long for it to spread to the rest of the world.
That's kind of what I want to know at the moment. Like, the survivors of that were like brought to civilization and that's how it spread?
Like Luna explained, the virus slows your brain down,
Yeah.
but eventually, it also makes you kill yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon, the bodies started to pile up.
Yep.
Some people would take a dive off a building or shoot themselves in the head. You know, the classics.
Ugh, that's so
But for
unpleasant.
some, it was poison, or fire, or asphyxiation, or the noose.
Yeah, like just whatever was like more accessible, I
Plenty
guess.
of people jumped in front of trains or cars.
Jesus.
One pilot on a passenger airline drove his plane into the ground. Most forms of transportation ground to a halt pretty fast.
Yeah.
That meant food couldn't get distributed, and thousands of people who weren't even infected died from starvation.
Yeah, we also heard about this. Like, the death toll from the virus itself wasn't maybe all of humanity, but yeah, society would just collapse.
Everywhere you went, there were just piles of corpses, covered in flies and rats and crows. I don't know what hell's like, but I imagine it's a lot like that.
Jesus.
After a while, people who managed to avoid getting infected started trying to get in touch with one another. They got a hold of some radios and organized a couple meetings.
Uh-huh.
There was only one thing to discuss, of course. How could they get rid of Radical 6? The answer, they decided, was purification.
Okay.
They figured they could just roast the surface of the Earth and that'd kill the virus off for good.
Is that so?
On April 13th in 2029, they put their plan into effect.
Oh, God.
That plan was to detonate all 18 annihilation reactors.
Jesus. Literally just
Now,
going
the
scorch
truth is,
earth.
that's mostly just rumor. Nobody really knows what happened.
Okay.
But I've got my own theories. I think that the bombers had already been infected.
Oh, no.
And when they died, they took billions with them. The ultimate if I die, you're coming with me gesture, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'd bet you money they'd all lost it long before they got to the reactors. Killing most of the world, no matter how bad things had gotten, was not a sane plan, even if it wasn't directly responsible. Radical 6 killed most of the people on Earth.
Yeah.
Anyway, why it happened isn't that important. Point is, it happened.
And then,
You ever heard of nuclear winter? Well,
uh,
that's basically what we got.
yeah, I would imagine so. The few survivors, just managed to, keep going, I guess. But,
The explosions threw a ton of crap up into the stratosphere, where it joined up with smoke and ash from all the fires. It blotted out the sun for 7 years.
Jesus.
Plants withered and animals died by the millions. The few humans who were left banded together to survive.
Yeah.
They were rough times. Eventually, they were over, though. The sky cleared and the sun came back.
Holy shit.
Plants started blooming again, and the animals that hadn't died out completely began to reappear.
Okay.
Things weren't quite back to normal, though. It's been 45 years now, but there's still quite a bit of dust and ash in the air.
I would imagine, yeah.
That's what you're seeing. You know why a sunset's red? Well, this is the same thing. Blue and green light have short wavelengths, and they scatter when they run into debris in the air.
Yeah, light refraction,
Red
right?
light, on the other hand, has a longer wavelength, which means it'll get a lot farther when the air's dirty. So there you are. The Earth looks red because that's the only color of light that can make it through the atmosphere.
God, I was speechless. What could I possibly say? There was no reason for Tenmyoji to lie to us. So we were standing on the moon, looking at the Earth. It was 2074. But why? Why were we there? Why were we then? I was so lost in thought, I barely noticed Phi's approach. I guess, man, I guess we're gonna have to find out what happens in the next episode, guys. I hate to leave things here, but holy shit, that was a lot of information. None of it pleasant. Some of it we had already deduced, being fair, but still terribly shocking for everyone here who doesn't know about the state of the Earth. Now, some questions still linger because we know that Sigma, Alice, and Clover must have been the ones taken from the pods, right? Like they've spent all that time in cryosleep. Luna is a robot, so doesn't honestly really matter when she was created. And also she was under orders not to say anything. So was Temioji. And Quark was honestly just out for most of it, so he wouldn't have said anything about, oh yeah, by the way, it's not 2028, it's much later. Dio, again, no reason to say anything about anything. Kay doesn't know the time that it is. And that leaves one person, Phi. Was Phi also knowledgeable about all of this? Was she also taken from 2028? But there are not enough pots for that. So something's going on with Pi that we still don't know. And I guess we're gonna learn about in the next few episodes because yeah, we're getting to the ending. I hate to leave it here, but I bet that there's probably still like a lot of story like to be revealed. There are so many questions that I still have, as I explained earlier. And yeah, wow, that was just so much. But I'm enjoying. I mean, enjoying is maybe not the right word. This is just crazy. This is just like insane. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to continue supporting the channel. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.